guys, and welcome back to the Stretching Samurai. My name is Patrick Ravel. Today I'm answering another question for a friend of mine on YouTube, Mr. ARX ASAP. This is for you, how to fix an anterior tilt. Well guys, that's a very hard question to answer because there's many ways that we see the problem. Some people see it based on kinesiology, some on osteopathy, some is physiotherapy. It's all very different and sometimes the results can differ. But the first thing I've ever learned is very simple. If you've got a double anterior tilt, we have tight recfems, tight psoas, tight inner adductors, magnus of course. We have tight IT bands sometimes. We have tight erector lumbars. And we need to stretch all of these while strengthening glute max, strengthening the hamstring, and of course strengthening the lower abdominals, okay? And this is how you fix a lower cross syndrome. But here's the problem with that. Nobody comes with a double anterior tilt. You will check your tilt, you will have an anterior tilt often on the left side and a posterior tilt on the right side, which complicates the whole thing. So my friend asked me, Pat, I want you to find the easiest solution to fix that. And oftentimes, this easiest solution can be simply 2-3 stretches at most, and you can bring back the pelvis back to neutral, right? So what we learn in PRI is the diaphragm, the system. This is what you're going to see on my YouTube channel. We work with the diaphragm. The upper diaphragm influences the lower diaphragm, and the lower diaphragm influences the upper diaphragm. And we know one thing is that the upper diaphragm, okay, has an influence directly on the psoas major, which is the major group in the iliopsoas that creates the anterior tilt, right? So if that psoas major is pulling down, the rib cage is pulling down as well, creating that tilt. And how do we get that psoas to let go? Now, you need to look at the base problem when we look at PRI, which is we have tight sacroiliac ligaments in the lower back on the right side. We have a tight adductor magnus, and we have a tight glute max on this side, while we need to strengthen the gluteus medius on this side. And on the other side, we need to learn how to pull back, strengthen those sacroiliac ligaments, strengthen that adductor magnus on the left side, and also strengthen the hamstring, which is often too weak. So it's a very controversial subject, and it's very hard to fix an anterior tilt because we need a very good assessment to try to figure out how am I going to get that psoas to come back, right? So let's start with the base premises, my friend, Mr. ASAP, that your left side is always going to be on an anterior tilt, okay? We're right side dominant, right? And we've got an internal rotation on the right side and an external rotation on the left side, okay? So anterior tilt, external rotation, tight recfem on the left side. We're going to stretch that recfem on the left side. If you look on my YouTube channel, you will see that stretch. It's already there. Now, what do we do about the right side? The right side is a problem. We're going to need to stretch those sacroiliac ligaments, release that adductor magnus, and basically also release that glute and quadratus femoris, all these muscles that are promoting that anterior tilt, creating lower back pain, creating that psoas major to pull forward, bringing down that rib cage. So what I would recommend as an easy fix to start, I would definitely do a recfem stretch, rectus femoris stretch on the left side. Like I said, it's on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to post right after this video how to stretch that whole right side, the quadratus femoris, the shutdown inhibition of that inner adductor magnus on this side, and glute stretch to bring back the pelvis into a normal tilt. So all we need is actually 2 stretches, which is basically a glute and adductor stretch on this side and a rectus femoris stretch on this side, and you might have an easier solution than you thought. So stay tuned guys, I'm going to show you how to do a right inferior gluteus maximus inhibition to shut down that whole entire right hip and combine it with my rectus femoris stretch for the left hip that I've shown you on my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. If there's any more questions, send them to me. I'll try to make your video. Please be patient. I'm only one guy, okay? Ciao, guys.